Good evening and welcome to Wilson High School for tonight's Sub-State Round 1 action between the Dragons of Wilson and your Chase Cats. Made the trip up here tonight, joined here by, as always, cameraman extraordinaire Cooper Yetland, representing the whole Busy Bee clan and the rest of the grand folks that do a great job serving us. Ooh, the Dragon House. All right, so we got the starting lineups. Yeah, we're looking here at the reffing crew. That's the exact same group that was here down at our house with the same group of refs that we had at the House of Cats last night. Okay, so the song is done. The lining up has been called, and now it's time for the action to begin. Friday night basketball streaming to you live on USD 401 YouTube. We're excited to be here for SubState action. 3 seniors, a junior, and 1 sophomore, and this intrepid crew is ready for action. Tip off there goes to Luke Miller, and so we'll have the first set of action here on behalf of the Cats. Luke Miller brings it back down around midcourt. Bounce pass over to Jaden Friesner. Looks to get it across back to Luke Miller. Garrett Brady with a little floater, and he's got first blood here. Dragons gets it inside to Brokish, but Garrett Brady does a good job of keeping that ball away from Brokish, and it'll tip out on behalf of for the Cats. Luke Miller brings it back down, driving there against number 12, Connor Charvat, inside to Garrett. Floater there from Luke Miller, goes a little far off the backboard, but rebounded by Memphis Eberhard, who'll bring it down. He's going to look inside. Leaves it up just a little bit hard. A lot of contact underneath there. And they're going to call the foul very quickly. Contact there on the Cats. And they're going to get that on Leighton Winkleman. That'll be the first foul for both himself and for the Cats. And the first shot by Memphis Eberhard is good. And shot number 2 drops in. So Miller will bring it up past midcourt, gets it across, works the right side, fighting off. And they're going to say that Charvat just had a bit of the ball, and that was the jump ball action there. So the Wilson Dragons will bring it back. Eberhard inside, gets it to, tried to get it to Noah Crawford, but he'll wrangle off there, and it'll be Cat ball going the other direction. All right, going back the other direction. Luke Miller inside to Garrett Brady, gets it up over Brokish, but cannot connect. Memphis, number 5 there. Noah Crawford shot comes up short, and Leighton Winkleman with the rebound. Leighton Winkleman, yeah, double dribble there. Got a hold of that with both hands and wasn't able to wrangle it in just right. So the Dragons will have it with the opportunity to bring it back the other direction. And the shot by Memphis Eberhard is good. Connor Charvat, last one to touch it. Gets it back in, but it'll go out of bounds, and the Cats will get it. Dragons pull up on defense and start to press the Cats. Bounce pass into Luke Miller. Luke ahead to Leighton Winkleman. Winkleman loses it a little bit, but get Jaden Friesner there to pick it up. Shooting for 3. Doesn't drop in. Garrett Brady gets the rebound, but goes down, falling down, and Vice can't bring it back in. Eberhard, he is from the top of the 3, not there, and the rebound will get taken by Luke Miller. Miller brings it up, drop inside to Garrett from the elbow. Leaves it up short, and Brokish with the rebound. Crawford inside to Brokish, gets inside of Winkleman, and manages to get around Garrett Brady. And Coach Light will take first timeout here, 60-second affair here in the first quarter. Yep. Yeah, it happens. we have to make sure to keep the love for our cheerleaders in there, so glad that they were able to make the trip here. So our own intrepid little crew there of cheerleaders, Cassie Herrera, Haley Miller, Jersey Myers, and Sky McCrory, coming up with a pep bus there with a whole bunch of folks. So just under 5 minutes remaining. Dragons up 6-2. Winkleman looking for something inbounds. Gets it to nice there. Pick up by Garrett Brady. And he takes it all the way down the other end of the court. He definitely gets hurt. And he's down under the other side of the court. And he is struggling with his knee. So we're going to take a little bit of a break and take a look and see how Garrett is doing. He went hard into the back of under the rim. And he's up. He's limping, but he is up. He tells Coach Light, nope, I got this. He's going to give it that patented Chase Cat 110% effort. So can tell that he's definitely struggling a little bit, but he's hanging in there tough. So tons of pride and respect for the Terminator up here. Eberhardt back to Thielen, shooting there for three, and Jaden Friesner. It's got a race, and Friesner's got finally the call. And for some reason, Sam Thielen's looking back at the coach going, what? Well, I'm pretty sure, Mr. Thielen, that, yep, the folks in the black and white jersey and I agree, that was a little bit of a foul. Just a wee bit, tiny bit. So going to the line, shoot two will be Jaden Friesner. High arcing shot there, bounced off the front of the rim, but does not drop in. Friesner's second shot, a little further off, but unfortunately does not go in. So we'll go back the other direction. Thielen gets the ball over to Crawford, over to Eberhardt. And Eberhardt took off a little before he put the ball down. Layton looking somewhere to get it inside, gets it to Tried to get it to Garrett, but it bounced off his fingers, and Brandon couldn't bring it in all the way, and it tips out of bounds. So the Dragons will get a second chance. Crawford back to Thielen. Thielen over to Charvat. Back to Thielen. Across to Eberhardt. And the deep shot by Connor Charvat drops. 8-2, just under 4 minutes here. Nice crossover dribble there. Opportunity to get the basket, and the layup drops in for Jaden Friesner. Hey, can you just go up a little bit? No. Raise the whole tripod. 3-point shot there. By Braden Nelson. Leighton Winkleman ahead, gets it ahead again to Miller, over to Brandon just inside the free throw line, but doesn't drop. Crawford back to Thielen, over to Crawford. Yeah. So into the game will come Tegan Thrasher and Cade Brokish. Garrett Brady with the high inbound pass, gets it ahead to Friesner, working his way, pulls up for the jumper, and it's good. 11-6, Cats hanging in there. 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Head to Nelson, stolen by Jaden Friesner. He's got the lane, and he makes them pay for it. Quick succession of back-to-back-to-back strikes by Jaden Friesner, and Coach Potashik was going to take his first 30-second timeout here. All right, the time for chatting is come to a conclusion, and now the Cats roll back in. They were down by 9. Now they are just down by 3. So Cats continuing to outshine expectations and to battle through adversity. Charvat over to Brokish in the hands of Thrasher. Thrasher over to Eberhardt. Eberhardt with the jumper. And the 8-foot jumper will drop in, 13-8. Friesner gets it ahead to, tried to get it to Miller, but Brokish goes up top and takes it away. Eberhardt, yeah, and he knew that he had taken an extra step. So into the game will come Noah Crawford for Eberhardt. 2:21 remaining, 13-8. Winkleman looking for somewhere to bring it in. So they're going to call lane violation on Winkleman, and inbound pass really quickly there to Cade Brokish, and he quickly puts it up. Ahead to Friesner. Friesner working inside. And Crawford able to go along with him and pokes the ball out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Cats. Friesner not quite getting inside the way he had wanted to. So Friesner inside out, picks up the ball. Gets it to Garrett. Again, no call. Friesner tried to get it to Connor Charvat, and it was poked away by Luke Miller. So Charvat will inbound the pass, gets it to Brokish. Same thing there. And he holds it just long enough to outplay the outstretched hands of Garrett Brady. Jaden Friesner ahead to Garrett Brady, goes up. Reverse layup, and it does not drop, unfortunately. $1:32 remaining in the first quarter, 17-8. Wilson on top. Thrasher over to Noah Crawford, who takes a couple of good steps, gets inside of the outstretched hands of Garrett Brady. And Coach Light's going to take another full timeout. So this will be the last basketball game in this gym. In the immortal words of the 1980s band Europe, it's the final countdown. So it'll be Cat inbound pass. Winkleman gets it over to Miller. Miller will bring it around to the left side. Working off a lot of hand checking going on there, but no. So it'll go out of bounds off of the hands of Noah Crawford. Bounce pass into Jaden Friesner. He puts it down, looks ahead of Noah Crawford, looking for somewhere to move. Moves left, right, inside, pulls up for the jumper. High off the backboard, and Friesner adds his 8th point onto the board. Head to Brokish. Brokish has done a good job of holding that jump just until he gets past Garrett Brady. Friesner doing a good job. Ahead to Garrett Brady. Goes up. Touches the rim, but it does not drop. Tegan Thrasher. Ahead to Crawford. Brokish. Over the outstretched hands of Luke Miller. 23-10. Ahead to Miller. Miller working his way off the right side. Gets around number 35, Tag Woodmansey. And the Dragons will bring it back down the other direction. So no call there at the end. At the end of 1 quarter of play, it is 23 for the Dragons, 10 for your Cats. Garrett Brady with a bucket and Jaden Friesner with a quadrant of them. Jersey Myers getting up on top there for the stunting and the displays up there for the Lady Cat cheerleaders. I guess they're all Lady Cat. Well, I don't know. Frankly, I think it's kind of weird how we genderize either way, but it's all good. Cats are cats. And we're proud of them all. So it will be going to be Wilson ball coming into the second quarter. Eberhardt back outside to Crawford. Thrasher over to Thielen. Back around the way they go. Crawford over to Thielen. Eberhardt from past the 3 line moves inside. Yeah, extra bounce there. Looks back at the coach going, what am I supposed to do? Coach Padask says, dribble in. The extra bounce is not going to do you any good. Luke Miller gets the inbound pass, works his way around Thielen, moving up the court. Stutter step there. Turns it around, gets it to Winkleman. Winkleman turns left, right. And got a little extra hands on the ball, so they're going to say it was a double dribble. Thielen brings it up. Gets it to Eberhardt. Eberhardt ahead to Brokish, back outside to Thrasher. Thrasher inside, makes a little move, and gets the bucket. Friesner with the inbound pass, and he'll slow things down. Works ahead to Winkleman. Pass is intercepted there by Sam Thielen. So a lot of double dribbles and carries and travels going on here. Some, some struggles on both squads here. Layton inbounds it to Luke Miller and has the ball tripped off his hands, and we'll go back the other direction. Thielen, nice poke away there by Garrett Brady, keeping it away from Cade Brokish. Winkleman, bounce pass to Luke Miller. Miller over to the Terminator, back outside to the Iceman, who wanted the three and it almost dropped, but sadly, no penny points for almost. Memphis Eberhard does a good job getting inside the Cat defense, able to get the layup there. Friesner, he'll get the ball up past midcourt, drops it off to Winkleman. Winkleman to Friesner. Friesner up high to Luke Miller, inside out, has it slapped away. So they're going to say that Crawford was the last one to touch it. So into the game will come Tage Woodmansey. Tage, I cannot know for sure. Inside pass there to Garrett Brady does a good job of fighting off all of that contact in order to get a hold of that. Luke Miller gets an open opportunity there, and they're going to definitely get Braden Nelson, number 22, with the call. That is the call. That's the second. It's only the second foul on the Dragons. Going to the line to shoot two will be Luke Miller. And nothing but net there. Clean looking shot. Puts up point number 11 for Los Gatos. Ooh, now bounce off, but Winkleman is there and tries to get the rebound, but can't quite wrangle it in. Eberhardt over to Charvat. Back to Eberhardt. Moves inside, pulls up for the jumper, leaves it short. That one doesn't happen there, but Jaden Friesner, he's got an open thing. A lot of contact there by the Wilson Dragons. Eberhardt is all over him, and Luke Miller Thielen to Eberhardt. Eberhardt up top to Nelson. His shot doesn't drop. So they're going to say that Tage Woodmansey was the last one to get a hold of it, and will go to the Cats. Keep your mind. So the 5 count gets Layton, and the ball will stay down here on the Wilson side. Eberhardt up top. Good job by Garrett Brady going up there. He's not going to let that same thing go up there. Braden Nelson standing in for Brokish. Ahead to, good job by Garrett Brady. So they're going to say jump ball. Back into the game will come Tegan Thrasher and Cade Brokish. Eberhardt and Nelson will come out. So Connor Charvat with the intercepted pass. And he'll take it to the other end of the court and get the layup there. 29-11. Winkleman back out to Coach Light will take a 30-second timeout, and he'll be down to Just one of each remaining for the remainder of the game. Okay, the 30 seconds have elapsed. 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Winkleman's pass, inbounds. Garrett, take it, get it ahead to Jaden, who cannot quite grasp it in. Shooting the three, not quite there, and Winkleman goes up high to try to get the rebound, but tips off his fingers. Thielen brings it down, gets it tipped away. But they're going to say it was tipped away off of Luke Miller's outstretched hands, and it'll stay with the Dragons. Thielen. Deep shot there for three by Connor Charvat. Luke Miller gets the ball. He's going to move himself up really quickly. Ooh, dangerous there at the midcourt. And it gets poked away from Leighton Winkleman's hands, and turnover there to the Dragons. Thrasher over to Charvat. Back to Thrasher. Charvat pulls up, jumper, not there, but it's rebounded by Brokish, who goes up high, still doesn't get it. And Brokish will have a chance here, leaves it up short there again, and here, a lot of contact there. Unfortunately, Luke Wilson will finally get a hold of it and wrangle it back the other direction. Winkleman trying to make the corner there, and taking Thrasher, unfortunately got tangled up there. That'll be foul number 3 for the Dragons. Leighton Winkleman will inbound the pass to Friesner. Friesner gets it back over to Winkleman, works off the right side, pulls up, gets it to Garrett. Garrett to go up. No. Not able to finish that one there, and bringing it back the other direction. Memphis Eberhardt doesn't get it there, but rebounded there by number 5, Noah Crawford, and his shot will be good. Just under 3 minutes. Luke inside 2. Gets in the hands of Friesner. Just a bit off the edge, so Eberhardt inside, and they'll get the lucky bounce there at the end. Miller over to Friesner. Friesner looking for something, gets it at top to Winkleman. Winkleman cross court to Brandon. Out to Luke. Miller to Winkleman. Inside to Garrett. Pops it back out to Brandon. Back out to Miller. From the free throw line, Garrett's shot doesn't drop, and he ends up with his own rebound. Gets it out to Friesner. Winkleman inside. Nice little move there to get open, but shot's a little bit too far off the mark. And Memphis Eberhardt will bring it back in. Go inside. And he'll work around 3 or 4 players to finish off that shot. 38-11 with just a $1.30 left in the first half. Charvat had a break there on the pass from Miller to Friesner. but isn't able to wrangle it in. It goes out of bounds, and Winkleman will get a chance to get it back in. Garrett to Luke. Luke to Winkleman. Layton back to Luke. Cross court to Jaden. Friesner working his way. And the errant slow ball kind of gets in the hands of Sam Thielen. Thielen will go hard himself into the stage. So they're going to call that one on Luke Miller. His first, only the team second, and going to the line to shoot two will be Sam Thielen. That one is good. Third trip to the charity stripe for the Dragons. Sorry, the second trip. So far the Dragons have been perfect right up until then. Rebound by Friesner. And he'll get it to Luke. Miller back across midcourt, just under a minute left in the first half. Cross court to Weiss. Weiss inside to Garrett. It gets off his fingers and picked up by Connor Charvad. He's got to get around Winkleman. Okay, they're going to call Garrett with that one, his first. So one apiece for each of the three that have gotten fouls for the Cats so far. Going to shoot two is number 12, Connor Charvat. And the first one drops in. That one does it, but it's rebounded by Brokish, who gets it right back up, and Jaden Friesner does a really good job of going out for it and bounces it off the back of Charvat to keep it possession for the Cats. 30 seconds remaining in the first half here in Wilson. Friesner off the right side. The Iceman gets it to the future. The Cobra back to the future. The Iceman wrangles in the loose ball. Decides to pull it back up. 10 seconds left, and Garrett Brady does a good job back out to Weiss. 6 seconds remaining. Loose ball there. Connor Charvat will get the loose ball and put in the final 2 points of the half. So at the first half of action here in Wilson, it is the Wilson Dragons 42, your Chase Cats 11. Rough outing there for the Cats in the second half, only getting 1 point from a free throw by Luke Miller. So we'll step aside here for a bit and let the band do their thing, and we'll come back to action here. Okay, so we're going to get ready to get into second half action. Cats showed some promise there in the first quarter, but second quarter found themselves stymied. So Coach Light looking to make some adjustments there at halftime, and we'll see what he wrangles up. Thank goodness Cooper is here. He does manage to come back right at the last second, so we're great. But we're always grateful to have him. So. All right, so the half is done. Here the third quarter begins. So we'll see what kind of adjustments Coach Light has made here at the last second, here at the halftime there. Luke over to Jaden. Over top to Luke again. Inside to Garrett, puts up the free throw area shot, and it won't drop, and Eberhardt gets the rebound. Thielen waiting for something to occur. Gets it to Eberhardt. Eberhardt cross to Charvet. Brokish, and gets it to Eberhardt, who works his way back door and gets the layup there. Winkleman to Friesner. Gets a nice little shot there inside of the pressure and gets the shot to drop. Deep shot there by Charvat, doesn't drop. He's going to get rebounded and into the hands of Noah Crawford, who's going to try to get it back up, but he's going to get fouled. And that call's going to be on Garrett Brady, his second. So going to the line to shoot two is Noah Crawford. This is his first trip to the charity stripe. Shot number one is good. Dragons have been pretty successful tonight from the free throw line. During the first half, they were 6 of 8. So now we'll be 7 of 10. Sorry. It was 4 for 6. Now it's 5 for 8. Luke inside to Garrett. Garrett goes up over the outstretched hands. Oh, Brokish. Jaden Friesner's going to fight to get a hold of it. Thielen cannot get possession inside. Gets it in the hands of Noah Crawford, who feeds it forward to Brokish. Gets it initially blocked by Garrett, but he'll put it back up for the shot under the basket. Brokish has been pretty effective here. And that pass stolen by Memphis Eberhardt. Brokish with the long-armed rebound. Memphis Eberhardt, he'll get it back and he'll put it back up. 4 points there. 5:27 left in the third quarter. Cats battling here, down 49-13. Friesner. Brandon back to Layton. Layton over to Jaden Friesner, who's going to put up the three. And it goes up off the back of the rim, or back of the backboard, and will be going back the other direction. Eberhardt able to get in behind the Cat defense, and he's going to get the bucket. So down 51-13, Coach Light will take his last 30 seconds. It's going to leave him one full timeout remaining. So the Cats will have the ball coming back the other direction. Luke will leisurely bring it back across midcourt. Feeds it to Friesner. Friesner cross court to Winkleman. Winkleman thought about shooting it, but gave it back out to Miller. Miller. Winkleman. And it is poked out of bounds by Connor Charvat. So it'll stay with the Cats. Cats looking there to set up something. Looks like they've rotated Garrett up higher into the post area there. Normally they've been playing him a little bit higher up, closer to the free throw line, but looks like he's playing down closer to that mid-range area there. So Luke will swing it over, gets it inside to Garrett, who has to get it out. And they'll reset it. Winkleman inside to Brandon. And the ball will get stripped away there by Connor Charvat. He's got an open lane, and he gets the layup. And Connor Charvat, again, playing tough, getting all over the place. Into the game will come Alec Huck for Memphis Eberhardt. So it looks like they're going to put a little bit more size and try to lock down that interior. Garrett's back up top again. Bounce pass there. They all swerve to him and going for the three. Getting it there is Jaden Friesner. Knocks down the three from deep. 53-16. Luke Miller does a good job of wrangling it back and unfortunately cannot fully bring it back. It'll bounce off just bounces right on the boundary there. Mere inches. But this game is made up of inches. Winkleman does a good job of poking that one out there. Stepped way on the line. I wish he'd been looking down at that, but they're going to give Connor Charvat the three. Winkleman, Weiss, back to Winkleman. Inside to Garrett. Back out to Jaden. No contact call there. Thrasher. Charvat. Over to Thrasher. Inside there to number 22, Braden Nelson. Two minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, 58-16, Dragons on top. Garrett back out to Luke. Winkleman. I say went off the hands of Connor Charvat last. And into the game will come Malachi Huck. So I believe we've got Malachi and Alec Huck. So we're full of Hucks. Except for Sawyer. Oh, sorry, Finn. Luke over to Brandon. Brandon back to Luke. Picks it up. Friesner. Turning left, right. Out up to Leighton Winkleman. Miller. Nice move there. Gets over the outstretched hands of defense, but goes over high. Friesner shoots it back out to from the elbow. Friesner shot. Ringles just short. 62 seconds remaining in the third quarter. That shot not quite there. Malachi Huck short. Shot's a little bit short, and it'll bounce out of bounds. And into the game will come Colton Meyer. So the bench is pretty much empty of starters here. Taking Thrasher, the only one who's been in for more than just about anybody else. But starters getting pretty much a break here with the final seconds ticking off. Brandon to Luke, inside to Garrett. Garrett having to deal with a lot of pressure there, and no call there. Huck brings it down, pulls it back up. Thrasher too hard there, and rebounding there by number 21, Alec Huck. And the Wilson Dragons get a hold of it. 20 seconds remaining. Malachi Huck around to the right. Over to Alec. And, oh, Lord. Push there. Going to be called on Alec Huck, I believe, number 21. That is the call. First team foul for the Dragons this half. 12 seconds remaining. Garrett out to Weiss. Luke, big three. Just doesn't quite drop. So here in the fourth quarter beginning, it's going to be 58-16, and we are looking at a running clock here, unfortunately. So we're always, of course, hopeful, but this could very well be the last hurrah for three seniors who have just absolutely given their every amount of energy on the better part of 20 matches this season. It's been a real sense of pride and respect that I have for these young men who come out and lay it out here with just a small squad. They have continued to battle, and they've done their coach, Coach Mitch Light, who's been a coach for the Cats for years and years, decades, literally. So if this is to be the last hurrah, we anticipate it being the 115% that they've become known for.
Come on, Cats, you got this.
So it'll be Dragon Ball to start, huh? Yep, we'll have a running clock here for the remainder of the game. Deep shot there, not there, but rebounded by there. Huck to Huck. And finally, Malachi Huck able to finish that after several rebounds. Friesner and Huck there were like, oh, well, let's not totally fall down on each other. Miller. Pass intercepted by Thrasher. Huck able to get his own rebound. And up top is Jaden Friesner who gets the pass, and he'll pull in the errant ball and say, go ahead, I got this. And the three by Friesner is good. Thrasher moves inside, gives it to Alakuk, and rebound here by Jaden Friesner, and he's daring Braden Nelson to, get too aggressive. Miller moves inside, and Malachi Huck says, yep, that's me, my bad. And that's his first. Back into the game comes Sam Thielen and Tage Woodmansey. Up top to Garrett, but it actually gets to Luke Miller, who get it to the hands of Jaden Friesner, who pulls up for the jumper. And Garrett Brady I'm going to say it was a travel, caused kind of by the errant falling of the other player, but even Coach Light says, well, them's the breaks. Thielen, back to Huck, over to Huck. Huck's three, not there, but rebounded by Luke Miller. 5 minutes remaining, 60-19. Friesner to Winkleman, Winkleman to Weiss. Weiss back to Winkleman, inside to Garrett. They're going to say it's a jump ball. So it'll stay with the Cats. Miller to Friesner. Friesner to Miller. Winkleman. Luke able to wrangle it in. Luke daring them to do something, but Friesner, a little bit of fancy footwork there. Winkleman to Miller. Miller back to Friesner. Friesner pulls up for the deep three. It bounces off, but rebounded and put back there by Garrett. Garrett will get again, and he'll get fouled on his way up to the rebound shot. So they're going to call Malachi Huck with his second, I'm sorry, I guess they're going to call that on Bryson Pasek. And the first shot by Garrett, his first trip to the free throw line is good. He's going to get one more. That one doesn't drop, and it's going to get rebounded by Braden Nelson. Malachi Huck back the way, but it's errant pass taken away. Friesner's got a 2-on-1, goes up, can't finish, and it'll go off the outstretched fingers of Garrett Brady, the Terminator, not able to grab that ball and bring it back into his chest. Nelson shot too high, too far. Oh, and Garrett does a good job of blocking that Thielen shot. Next week on Thursday, we'll be on our way to Western Plains High School in Ransom, Kansas, for these Wilson Lady Dragons to play. Huck, over to Huck. Oh, and coming out of nowhere is Jaden Friesner. Pops it. And Leighton Winkleman is going down the lane to do something, but he's going to get pushed by Alec Huck. That is the call, number 4 on the Dragons. And we round to the number 2-minute mark here. Up top to Garrett. Deep shot by Jaden, doesn't drop, but Garrett does a good job of keeping it alive, and Winkleman, Weiss, back to Winkleman, inside to Garrett, over to Jaden's three is not there, and Winkleman's goes up high for the rebound, but it doesn't drop. Alec Huck over to Malachi Huck. Three's not there, but the rebound by Thielen puts it back. No good. Rebound by Luke Miller. Final 90 seconds here. Friesner just kind of tired, not able to see what's going on there, and gets out of position, but has just enough of mind to stay into the game and turns around and wrangles that back in. Luke to Friesner. $1:07 left in the game. Over to Friesner. Friesner puts up the three, and it's nothing but net. His third three. And coach takes a quick timeout so that he can get Woodmansee and Thrasher back into the game. So next Thursday, Ransom, Cats, Dragons once again, except for the ladies. Second round of sub-state action here. Nelson to Huck, back out to Thrasher. Huck doesn't drop. Huck with his own rebound, leaves it up short. Huck's man still on top of it, 30 seconds remaining. Huck inside, not there. Luke Miller gets it ahead to Friesner, who can't make the adjustment, gets all confabulated. And unfortunately, this is a running clock, so that clock's going to run with this out of bounds. Final 10, and coach says, let's let it go.